It's Ketchup Packets.
Hey everybody, I'm Nate.
I'm Sean.
And this is Ketchup Packets. Today we're watching Season 1, Episode 5 of FARGO, called The 6 Ungraspables. Uncrustables.
That's like a pre-packaged sandwich,
Yeah,
right?
it's without the crust. It's extra small and bad, but
All
whatever.
right.
It's just the first thing that came to my head.
Free associating.
With it.
That's what we do here.
Right.
The 6 Ungraspables sounds like the things you need to collect in a video game, you know?
Yeah,
Like you're
the
told at the beginning that you need to get the 6 there's like one in the desert, one in the snow,
one in the forest
jungle,
area,
one underwater.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's it's one in space maybe. Who knows?
And then the last one's in like the last boss's like lair, and you have to defeat him to get it. Something. Yeah,
Well, we are very off topic right away in a couple different ways.
Are.
What's going on FARGO, Nate? This show's nuts, huh?
Yeah, things are rolling along here.
Mm-hmm. Lorne Malvo was arrested in the last episode.
That's right.
And then Frank Peterson talked his way out of the police station.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. And let's see, Gus got put on desk duty, so he can't go do a bunch of investigating anymore right now, it looks like.
And Molly's also not supposed to be investigating the Lester case.
That's right.
And what did they decide they're going to do together? They're going to look into Lester.
Yep.
So, couple
naturally.
Of rogue cops.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing, right?
Yep, totally. Always works out well, and they don't get in trouble. Nothing bad happens, for sure.
Yes.
Lester is in
Lock up.
jail. That's right, with the two guys who just tried to bury him under the ice.
Yes.
So that's bad for him. He thought he was getting away, but of course, they just had to start a bar fight, and now they're all together again. So
right,
nice.
But hopefully they can't, hurt him too badly right there in that cell, because it would come down on them legally,
Right.
we're no longer alone in the middle of a lake, so hopefully he's not in immediate danger in that moment. But yeah, you wouldn't trust those guys to be rational when they get put in the cage with you.
How long are they going to be stuck in there? Because, I'm thinking, Lester punched a cop, so that's not a good... That usually gets you in more trouble than just lock up overnight, It's not like the drunk tank or whatever.
Yeah,
and
that's
the other
true.
two guys trashed a bar,
Yeah, they were just fighting each other. Yeah, who knows? I feel like those are both situations where the system might decide it's more headache than it's worth to press charges on them and then just cut them loose after locking them up,
Yeah, that might be true.
So, I don't know. But yeah, he definitely seems like he might be in a sticky situation and have more trouble losing track of those areas, slipping those guys
Yeah,
again.
right. It seems like they're in the same place, and they're probably going to be released, about the same time, So he's not going to be able to... Yeah, so everything's, just right behind each other, The cops are right behind the... What's the bad guy?
Lorne Malvo.
Lorne Malvo. Okay,
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
And we also have Lorne Malvo's whole blackmail operation with the crickets in the grocery store and all that stuff. So that's going on too.
The
Supermarket
King got the money. So that's the money.
That's the money from the Lundegaard kidnapping. That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's the connection to all that. Which is that even really blackmail worthy? That he found a bag of money. There's nobody looking for that. Everybody who's involved in that is dead, I mean, I don't know.
But I think it's if you find a bunch of money, you're supposed to report it or something. I don't
guess,
know. There's maybe a piece of it there, but
sure.
It feels like, too, that was kind of a long time ago, maybe.
I mean, yeah, it was 1987.
Yeah, so, I'm not really sure. There's got to be... It seems to me like you're right. There's got to be different money that they're talking about.
Well, no, I mean, I think that they showed us that flashback because that's the money,
It seems like that money could disappear from his coffers and it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But I think
it was the seed money for the whole business, though.
Right, yeah, but the whole business, then he's got the whole business now. Isn't he the number one store?
I think so, yeah.
Grocery store or whatever. So I don't know why he's holding on to that so tight, but he also seems like the kind of guy who just doesn't like to be messed with.
Exactly. Yeah,
so
he's
doesn't matter how much, you don't extort me.
Exactly. It's the principle of the thing.
Right.
Exactly.
Totally.
Well, we're doing a lot of gabbing beforehand. Should we just dive in and see what's happening on Fargo?
Yeah, sure.
All right, you betcha.
You betcha. We have a Patreon. Check it out in the link below. It's got full-length reactions over there. You got movie polls if you want to help us learn what to watch next. And we got ahead of the YouTube videos, there's the edited reactions if you want to watch those ahead of time, and then you don't gotta wait for the YouTube videos to come out, So let's watch Fargo, eh?
Fargo!
The regular socks.
How much?
You tell me.
Say again?
What?
The sign says best offer. What are you offering?
Well, I mean,
12 cents.
I don't want to take advantage.
Oh, come on.
$2.
Two Minnesotans at an intersection. No, you go first. No, please, you go first.
Tell you what, you give me $55, I'll give you the socks, and throw in this 12 gauge.
I don't need a 12 gauge, but that's not a bad deal. Feel like $55 for a shotgun and socks?
And
3 pairs of socks. Yeah, that's the
explains
12
why there was a shotgun in his house.
Right.
Because why would Lester have had a shotgun?
Guess I didn't even really think about that. Small town Minnesotan doesn't really
Just be careful you
surprise
don't blow
me.
your own face.
Right, but a guy like Lester doesn't seem like he'd have one.
Well, if anyone could shoot themselves in the face with an unloaded firearm, it's you.
You better be careful, Pearl.
Yeah, for real.
You might get your head broken open. There it stays until he gets it that night.
Yep.
Yeah.
My wife? She's in the
He
basement.
doesn't
dead.
barely know how to use it.
What did you do? You killed her.
So his plan was just to shoot Malvo when he got here, and then what was the story he was going
Right.
to tell?
Yeah.
It was not going to make sense.
He's not smart. He's not good at this.
Is Pearl home? No, she's at my brother's.
How the hell did he get in?
Very carefully.
He's the devil.
I need you to
Yeah.
get down on the ground. No, wait just a second. Lester, it's on the ground. This is not what it looks like.
Yeah. That pellet is like the worst thing that's ever happened to him.
Out of all
Besides
the other stuff.
he did to himself,
Yeah.
Yeah, what now, man?
Look, I'm sorry. I'll electrocute you. I was just...
Trying not to get...
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's fair play.
I got no... There's nothing you're mixed up in. Not that you... I'm just saying, well...
Yeah, I'm not in this thing,
Yeah,
guys.
not a player. I'm a civilian.
On the ice, you said him. You said it was him. Not you.
Yeah.
You did say that.
Well, I'm just guessing here, but, well, that Hess was not head stabbed by a girl.
No.
No.
Yeah. No.
You said it like you had a face in mind.
I feel like with these guys, you could maybe tell them what really happened.
Right,
Like,
yeah,
I talked
I
about
would.
Sam to some crazy guy at the hospital, and then I heard he got killed.
I would tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. What else you got, man? They almost buried you under the ice.
Malvo? Is that a first name?
When did Lester hear
Yeah,
that name? I'm trying to remember.
You
I
just
don't
swallow your tongue and you die like a fish.
know if he did.
I think. Lorne, like the fella from Bonanza.
Lauren Malvo.
Well, he clearly did because he
Yeah.
knows it.
Picture him up here. Well, law enforcement, he got it. He's from a, what do you call it? An APB. So. What?
I feel like this could solve all of his problems, really.
Lauren Malvo?
Except for the
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
dead wife and all that
That's
stuff.
right. All that stuff.
This case is really, it's heating up.
That much, huh? Jeez. You're saying 2 feet new accumulation.
Oh my God.
We got the phone dump back. And right around the time Pearl died, an outgoing call was placed from Lester's to Leroy's motor inn. She IDs a photo of the suspect from the naked fella kidnapping. Says he stayed one night, that being the night Hess was killed. She got a name for him, too. Warren Malvo.
And you found this how?
Like I said, call was placed
Police work.
Mm-hmm.
This Malvo fella left behind some tokens from the Lucky Penny.
They want to know how many plows.
At least 3, don't you think?
Yeah, it's called investigation. Should try it sometime.
He says he can give you 2 good ones and a pickup with baby plow.
Sir.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, good. So,
Oh my god.
She's got work to do too.
Yeah.
and she says that before he was stabbed, Hess was laughing about this fella that he bullied. Broke the poor guy's nose, she said. The same day.
Chief, is that a
There you go.
Yes, hello.
Who do we know who got his nose broke the day Hess died?
Lester.
Wait, Chief.
He seems like he's finally persuaded.
Yeah. It also seems like he's embarrassed.
Lester goes to the emergency room where he meets our suspect. That night, Hess gets killed. The next day,
By a drifter, right?
is a call to the motel where our suspect is staying, and shortly thereafter or abouts, Mrs. Nygaard and the chief are murdered.
Chief?
Yeah.
That's the whole story. She's got it.
Lester hires this Malvo fella to kill Hess. Only maybe Lester don't got the money to pay, so things get sour. Listen, I
That's
know
the
it's
only
not-
part
Yep.
that's not quite right, but she's onto it.
He's in a holding cell. Knudsen says Lester took a swing at him. I'm not sure if he was drunk or what.
He's in custody?
He's
I
here.
told Dougie to keep him overnight, you know?
Well, hey, great.
Yeah.
Let's do this then.
I mean, we gotta talk to him, don't you think?
I guess we better.
Good God.
Hey, he
Thank
came
you.
around.
Yeah.
Thank
he
you,
did.
Bill.
Yeah, I thought his, stubbornness had, like, no bounds, but I guess, he's got some humility.
What do you need?
There's a pastor up in Baudette, name of Frank Peterson.
Let's run down this alibi a little more extensively.
A church website, some stuff from the local paper.
Is there anything with a picture?
Photoshop, very
Yeah.
clearly.
You said there were other news stories.
Nothing with a picture. Church fundraiser, new roof, that kind of thing.
I mean, at the time, that would be enough
Yeah.
for most people to just be like, okay, I was wrong.
He stays in Duluth. I stop him on the street. On that street.
So why is he out there?
He was on that street on foot. Why was he on that street on foot?
Yeah.
Do you want to...
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, it's almost bedtime. And hey,
I can't imagine having such high stakes work. you know?
Right, yeah. But these people are smart,
I need a police scanner.
Got a special on remote control helicopters.
Can you monitor police activity on it?
Got this one in pink.
Do I look like I want a pink police scanner?
I don't know. Could be a gift for a lady.
This guy's a good salesman.
Yeah, he is.
Had an aunt once. Owned a riot shield. Made her own jerky.
I'll just stick with the black.
Okay.
I like to think that these two have worked together for like 10 years.
Yeah, right.
Afraid I can't just sell you one stretch. See, they come in pairs. So you can chat with a friend.
What?
Hey, maybe you could make a friend and give it to him.
There you
I can
go.
give it to you. Call you up late at night. You can listen to me shit on people.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you calling him?
So don't talk.
This is exciting.
Shut up.
I heard about the bugs. You need me to swing by? It's too late now. I'm gonna pay. The blackmail, I'm gonna pay it.
He's rattled enough.
Look, I can find the guy. I just need a few more days. I couldn't sleep last night. I kept going over and over it in my head. And God brought 10 plagues upon the house of Pharaoh.
So you're Pharaoh.
Yeah.
His ego plays into all this.
Yeah.
What exactly do you think is happening?
The firstborn son. The book of Exodus. God is watching it.
Oh, no.
Does he really think Dimitri's in danger?
Pick me up in an hour. We'll get the money.
All right. Well,
there you
he's
go.
getting paid twice.
He's gonna pay? I can't. $1 million?
A million?
You started quite a Turkish bath with that.
Are you kidding me? Hey, how big is that? $1 million. Does it fit into a suitcase or like a sack or something? It's gotta be
like one stack of hundreds.
It's not a lot. Physically,
You know,
I mean,
I always
it's a
like
lot
that
of
part
money.
of movies where the characters they just lay in a big pile of.
You got a drill?
I was thinking of $1 million being like a pool full of money.
Just like flutters down on top of them, you know. God damn, we're doing this. We're really.
Walter White's pile of money that's the size of a bed is $80 million.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So what do we do? Just like call them in the morning, you know, tell them where to meet us, or I don't know, these.
Yeah. Give me a few.
Giving him the weapon he's gonna murder him with right now. Something like that.
Please step in.
Sure.
Oh my god.
Hey, you know, I never even asked you. What are you gonna do with your share of the money? Did you mean to lock me in here?
You got a big day tomorrow. Get some rest. I don't want you getting cold feet. I'll see you in the morning.
No.
Yeah.
Hold on now. Heck, what am I supposed to? What if I gotta go to the toilet?
You're a smart guy. You'll figure something out.
Could have left him a bucket, but I do understand.
Doesn't care.
Yeah, that's true. $1 million, you'll be able to get the pantry cleaned professionally.
Lester?
It's not my fault. You brought me the tie. And you...
And the pellet in his hand is the clincher for this whole thing.
Right.
In the room when the chief was shot.
Is it a cut or what is it?
Oh, he's completely delirious. He's going into toxic shock or something.
Did you pay Lord Malvo to kill Sam Hess?
I never paid him.
Okay, offered to pay them.
He's delirious, though, Your Honor.
Right, but she
came for
can
the
still
money?
get. This isn't evidence, but it's threads.
Arrangements were made. And then,
Not even
I
really.
don't know, you tell me, things went south.
Excuse us, miss.
Yeah, I wonder if the paramedic's like, I don't know how I feel about this. You can't question my patient.
Right.
I got 2 kids and a wife who thinks out loud. This is the time I get.
Accidental for me.
Troubled mind. I'll come to you.
I
Okay.
didn't
Wasn't
invite you.
But yeah.
Let's say I know a person is guilty, has committed a crime, only, you know, I can't prove it.
Yeah, he's dealing with the gap between
Like he has everyone else.
legally guilty and we know.
I'm not a detective. I mean, Molly, she's amazing. But I just...
Well, team up with her some more then.
And then there's Greta, you know, and am I supposed to put myself in danger or do I just... I don't know, just let it go.
Imagine good investigators are up at night thinking about this very thing.
A
all
rich
the
man
time.
opens the paper one day. He sees the world is full of misery.
Is this a...
It's a parable.
You're trying to uncover secrets that people would kill to keep. I can't imagine trying to do that.
Dude. Well, thank you.
I have money. I can help. So he gives away all of his money. He was foolish to think just giving money was enough. So he goes to the doctor and says, "Doctor, I want to donate a kidney." The doctors do the
A
surgery.
Shel Silverstein book, right? The Giving Tree?
Oh, yeah.
It's a complete success.
I mean, it's not quite the same
No,
parable, I don't think. It's reminding me of that, though.
Right. It's got...
After he knows he should feel good,
Give too
but
much
he
of
doesn't,
yourself and you can't give any more, kind of.
for people are
idea.
still suffering.
I love the visualizing the story, though. You know, it could just be him sitting at the table telling the story.
The doctor says, "Yeah, a kidney is one thing, but you can't give away your whole body piece by piece. That's suicide." And he sends the man home. So he gives the one thing he has left. His life.
What are you saying?
Only a fool thinks he can solve the world's problems.
Yeah.
But you gotta try, don't you?
Well, you put yourself in danger and your daughter's left alone. You know, it's like taking down the one bad guy. Is that really... There's always going to be another one and another one.
Exactly. This is one that you happen to cross paths with, so he's on your mind.
Right.
But those people are out there everywhere.
Yeah.
Your highest priority has to be your daughter, if you're all she has, especially. Gus can't do it.
He's not looking so good.
His medicine's been taken away and swapped with a different medicine.
What was the first medicine for again?
It was blood pressure medication. It was given Adderall instead.
Yeah. Not good for your blood pressure, I don't think.
The crickets. He's saying they're not local, you know? Not from around here? He's saying they're the kind you buy at a pet store to feed your lizard or...
Yeah.
So, I called around to all the pet stores, and wouldn't you know...
Look, kid.
Somebody bought them. Yeah, just look into it.
Wally is coming to take you to the cabin.
Yeah, but
no buts! Just do it!
He's right. Oh, God. Feel bad for Dimitri. Hope nothing bad happens to him. Seems like a good guy.
Seems like a nice dude.
I drained the wound, removed the foreign object, cut away the necrotic tissue, and filled him full of IV antibiotics.
Show the foreign object.
I didn't lose a hand, but it came close.
Now, when you say foreign object,
Shotgun pellet looked like. Had some fabric attached to it, so possible the pellet passed through something
There
before
you go. Perfect.
can I talk to him?
Well, he's sedated now on account of he was septic when you brought him in.
Did you
so,
keep it?
Like I said, real nasty stuff.
What kind of fabric? But that does mean for sure that Lester didn't kill the cop.
Right. That fits her story. She puts it on Malvo.
Yeah, that's true.
She thinks Malvo came to get even because Lester didn't pay him for killing Hess.
That's right.
Don't do this, Molly.
It's just like if evidence is gotten illegally or whatever, like you really want to play this kind of thing by the book.
Exactly.
For sure.
It's called Fruit of the Poison Tree. It means anything that comes from anything you did illegally is also inadmissible. Like a piece, something you learned that led you to gather another piece of evidence. That other evidence is also illegal because you like it's and it should be that way. Yeah,
absolutely.
They should follow the rules, but
I can understand why her curiosity is getting the better of her.
Right, but you'll set him free if you're not careful doing this.
Man, he really didn't get to work cleaning up any of this, did he?
I mean, I think he's not a sociopath, you know?
No,
so I think it really would be upsetting to clean up the mess of your own murder, you know?
Right,
Like, you don't want to dwell on it. You can't just be like, da-da-da, mopping this up, because he is horrified by it.
Yeah, totally. Spur of the moment, rage killing. Don't do this! No! No!
But the panel's not quite flush.
But you can't, but then if you find something, it's inadmissible. Bloody hammer. God. Nothing? He moved it.
It was there at some point, wasn't it?
It was.
St. Lawrence, your window, the Romans burned him alive. But I think it was because the Romans were raised by wolves. Greatest empire in human history, founded by wolves.
That was the story.
They hunt. They kill. That's why I never bought into the Jungle Book. A boy's raised by wolves, he becomes friends with a bear and a panther. I don't...
Yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah, cartoons are unrealistic.
I knew a guy once had a 110-pound Rottweiler, and one night this girl thought it'd be funny to get down on all fours and let the dog hump her. Well, the dog gets up there, but he's not in on the joke. This is just a bitch in heat as far as he's concerned.
Oh.
He's not leaving until he gets what he came for.
Why is he telling the story?
Well, the girl, too late, realizes the kind of mistake she's made. She
Yeah.
wants to get up. But the dog had other ideas.
You knew these people?
Just shoot it behind the ear to get it off of her.
I don't,
We just...
No.
Well, I'm saying that the Romans, raised by wolves, they see a guy turning water into wine. What do? They eat him.
Sorry?
There are no saints in the animal kingdom. Only breakfast and dinner.
Can we just drive? Drive? Do we have to talk?
That's what I mean, though, that Malvo's not a person, he's a force of nature, you know? Like, he's talking about the animal rules all the time, and, like, I think he's not evil in the way that a grizzly bear is not evil, you know?
Right,
Like,
yeah,
he's
he just
doing evil
does,
shit.
yeah. He's doing the next thing. He's reacting to his environment and what's going on around him. I think he sees himself that way.
Mm-hmm. He sees it as, like, killing and intimidating other people is not against the rules, it's one of the moves in the moveset.
Yep.
We're done. You can stay the night, but you gotta hit the road come dawn. Here's what I owe you.
Sorry it didn't work out.
It's like, yeah, that guy's creepy, I don't want him around anymore.
Right.
How come he was there, you know? On the street. On that street, I mean, if he is our guy and not, you know, some pastor, actually.
So what'd you come up with?
Well, see, I'm not sure what I'm looking for.
Well, he did get spotted.
Yep.
Neighborhood watch. If you don't move, I'm gonna have to call the cops.
Well, friend, there's no need for that.
We don't need a man in a dark car doing things.
You mean like sitting?
Why is he so, like, how does he know
This is
that
a
this guy's
community.
nefarious?
People watch each other's backs.
Neighborhood watch can
Someone
be a
gets
little
sick, someone dies, you bring a
busybody-esque.
casserole.
I guess so.
It's you know, it's a good thing and a bad thing, depending on... Because he is just sitting there doing nothing.
You know, some people think you don't need alarms on second-story windows. Another way they save money is they don't hook up the alarm to the phone line. So the bell rings, but the cops don't come. Or they come, but only after the neighbors call. It just might be quick enough to save your life.
God,
He's good at at threatening statements that are not technically threats.
You have a nice night.
Nice of him to not murder him in the street, though.
Yeah, I don't think he needs to.
Sleeping. Well, that's a baby already.
That's a cute baby.
Bernadette. Vern's idea. His mother's name. I wanted Allie. And now he's dead. That man always knew how to win an argument. Oh, go home. Let me sleep. You do the same. You look like a raccoon.
Well, and she probably also appreciates that you're working so hard to solve the murder. you
Yeah,
know?
right.
She wants that done, too. Yeah, imagine you're so close to giving birth, and then not only does your partner unexpectedly die, but they're stolen from you by a person.
Yeah.
Like, there's somebody out there who's responsible for it.
Yeah.
You would really want that person caught.
It seemed like they had a happy life, too, and it's just stripped away.
You'd hate Lester a lot after
What are you
being
gonna
upstairs
do?
with
Yeah.
the widow.
This is when you need Batman. Just drag him into the interrogation room. Say, where is he? You're fucked, Lester.
Nah, she's gonna get him.
Yeah, it's... Everything's fallen in place here.
That's right.
You know, I really like the way this narrative is, you know, all put together, because there's something about the idea that, like, oh, somebody just gets shot somewhere, and, like, I know that there's a ton of violent crimes and murders and stuff that go unsolved, but, like, sometimes you can find the guy who's just like a different guy, or it's like a robbery or something, and somehow you figure it out, and it's like this kind of feels like a relatively realistic like set of events, even though of course it's sensationalized for TV. Like it's
no, it's a true story, Nate. Yeah, this is a true story.
I forgot about that. Only the names have been changed to protect the innocent.
That's right.
But it's just cool to me that it feels like the investigation stuff feels real, like it's realistically being put together.
Yeah,
you know?
It's well-crafted crime drama for sure. So I don't know what's the debrief after this one. Not a lot of.
Yeah, it's just kind of trucking along. Honestly, I'm worried about Gus.
Yeah.
He feels like he got the warning from a stranger in the night about trying to be Superman and what that actually gets you when you're not made of steel.
But he ignored the warning.
He did,
and it resulted in Malvo tracking him back to his place of dwelling.
Right.
So that's not good.
Why did Malvo get a walkie-talkie?
He had a police scanner, yeah.
No, but he had a walkie-talkie too. He got a walkie-talkie, he didn't buy the second one. Why did he buy the walkie-talkie? He had the police scanner.
Right.
Then he had the walkie-talkie.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not sure.
That was the second one. The guy was like, you have to buy two.
Oh, okay.
It's a walkie-talkie. So, he bought a walkie-talkie. Somehow he knew that he would be able to hear the daughter.
Well, yeah, maybe, or maybe for another purpose. He's got his whole scheme going on. Don't forget, he also screwed Glenn Howerton into the pantry at his house.
That's
What's
true.
that part of the plan?
Yeah.
Unless you're just gonna let him slowly rot in there.
And I guess if you're tracking cops and want to know what they're gonna do, having a walkie-talkie isn't necessarily a bad thing to have.
Yeah, because they use those.
Talk to
exactly. So it's the second piece of the police scanner is that you know where they're going and then you know what they're saying to each other.
Right. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that could be it.
It just seemed like coincidental that he was able to then hear his daughter talking.
Yeah, well,
it's scary. He's very close.
Right. Well, and he is, as a character, kind of represents all the ways that we take our safety for granted, but then people who have, who mean us harm can exploit it. You know, like talking about how people don't think they need locks on second-story windows and all that other stuff. So it's another thing. You chat on a walkie-talkie with somebody, and anybody else with one of those devices can hear it.
Yeah. He is sort of using kind of what you said earlier about this is all pieces in the game that we can play, all cards that people can play, and they do. It's very frightening that people, it's true evil exists in this world, and it takes advantage of the fact that we generally believe that the people around us, most of the time, won't go through the extra effort to harm us.
Exactly. Well, because that is generally true. Yeah, most people are good.
Going around not believing that that's a sucky life.
Yeah, you can't.
That's paranoia at a level that to truly be safe from everyone all the time would require constant vigilance to the point
defeats the purpose of living in the first place. Yeah,
right.
We've talked about this before, that human beings are like a group organism. You need to live with the group, or you're not actually living how a human being is supposed to be. So I don't know, but. Malvo is sort of just operating on this idea that everyone else puts all these limits on themselves that they don't have to put on, and I'm not doing that.
Right.
I'm not putting these limits on myself about what's possible and what isn't. I'm just gonna see it's Jack Sparrow rules. What can I do and what can't I do?
Well, and I'm thinking, in my true crime research and interest, I've learned that the patience and cunning of a psychopath takes advantage of these things too. If people really want to figure out a way to sneak their way into your life and wait all day for you to come home in your closet, they will do it.
Exactly.
He's a perfect personification of that. I'm not trying to freak people out, but it's that level of patient, unwavering evil is what makes person like that possible. And I think it's cool that they've captured it. So he's rageless, you said. He's just a force of nature. He's just a piece on the board, kind of moving in ways that's it's almost like playing chess. It's like a pawn moving like a queen, and then people being like, you can't do that, and it's being like, well, why?
I did.
I just did, yeah.
Right, exactly, yeah. He's like a grizzly bear or like a shark or a fucking tornado, you know? Or he's like, you can't even attribute malice to him almost. You're like, he's just doing what he does.
Right.
You just have to contend with it, you know?
And he's got, either he has massive forethought, but he's getting information from external sources. Somebody's setting up his websites.
He's got employers.
Yeah. So that's interesting too. I'm curious to know more about... I'm waiting until we find out that the two kind of henchmen guys that are, you know, trying to get the information. Well, I don't remember their names.
Wrench and Numbers.
Yeah, Wrench and Numbers. I'll try to remember that. and Leroy?
Lauren Malvo?
Lauren? Yes, Lauren Malvo.
Malvo is what you call him.
Okay. Yeah, I'll call him Malvo. That they're employed by the same person. You know, it seems like there's a higher up echelon of, you know, we get you the guys who get things done, you know.
The trucking mafia from Fargo, they've said, is who it is. Right.
But I think that it's going to be more than just that, you know.
I don't know.
Outsourced in some way. It seems like a little bit too simple that the trucking guys are able to keep Malvo on a leash, you know.
Well, he might just be a contractor, you know?
Yeah,
like
that's
he's working
true.
for them, but maybe does. I mean, he's the guy you call, you know?
In their desperation, they turn to a man they don't fully understand.
Exactly, that's right.
I think that's it.
Okay, is that it for this week?
Yep, thanks so much for watching with us, everybody. I'm Nate.
FARGO, I'm Sean.
This is Catch Up Packets.
Pew!